Hello, good morning everyone. This is Shiva from Soundbox Irrigation Design Services. So today we are going to discuss about wireless rain click sensors, which is developed by the Hunter Industries. So there are a lot of uh, sensor options are available in the irrigation industries, and today we are going to just discuss about the wireless one. So hope you will enjoy this topic. If you have any doubts, please don't hesitate to ask me. So let's get into the topic. So I'm just going to start with their pots and how it looks and what's their purposes. I'm just going to start with that. So this is the let me change to laser pointer. Okay, fine. This is the transmitter, and next one is receiver. So I'm going to discuss about the transmitter and their ports. So first one here, this is manual touch spindle. So we just need to press and hold the manual spindle to confirm proper operation of your transmitter. So you need to just press this press and hold the manual touch spindle to confirm proper operation of your transmitter, so that it will work properly. And vent ring, this is the vent ring which is used to adjust the reshutter, which means if you just open this, then the vent opening will be more, so the rain sensor will get dried easily, more fastly. So if you close this for half or 75%, then the dry out rate will be very less. Okay, so this is the ventring, and then third one is this is the radio antenna which sends signal to the receiver. So actually receiver should be within the 800 feet distance. So, and one more thing criteria is this antenna should be oriented vertically, so that it will send the signal properly to the receiver. And then the fourth one is mounting arm, which is used to mount the radio antenna to the uh, wall or gutter or anything. So we need a different setup for the gutter, but this is the setup for the proper wall. And then battery LED sensor, which is uh, below the transmitter, which is LED used to determine the status of the cell triplet. You just need to push this manual test spindle, indicate that light, indicate that battery is very good. So if you observe any deficiency in the uh, reflectance of LEDs, and then obviously we can sense that the battery charge is getting less. So I generally the battery will held up to 5 years. We don't need to change this for the 5 years. Okay, so we if the battery is low, we need to change the entire transmitter. So it is very uh, affordable for the 5 years. Uh, okay, then the one the receiver. So we have discussed in the previous slide about the transmitter. So now I'm going to discuss about receiver. So first one, this is the rain sensor bypass. Bypass button is the allows manual watering, or for example, if you want to manual watering even when the rain has occurred, so you need to bypass. You need to press this button so that rain sensor will not object the controller to perform the manual watering. So this is the bypass. You can just suspend the operation of rain sensor for the particular time, and then bypass LED is the second one. So whenever the bypass is on, it shows red color. So if the bypass is off, it doesn't show any red color LED light. So next one, sensor status LED. So it just shows the status of the sensor. Like for example, if it shows the green light, then the sensor is dry, which means the automatic water is on. If it shows red, then the sensor is wet, which means the automatic irrigation has been stopped due to the rain. So next one is radio antenna, which receives signal from the transmitter. It should be within the distance of up to 800 feet. And then, yeah, wiring. It's one of the important thing. This yellow wire, which needs to connect to the controller in the 25 VAC volt, and then the blue or white wires. This is for the uh, normally closed terminal sensors. And next one, orange or white for the uh, close normally open sensor terminals. Okay, when someone is rubber terminals is used to protect the transmitter whenever we have installed this in the outdoor. Next one is, so I'm just going to discuss about key benefits of this wireless rain click sensors. So it is quick response. Okay, so you can just instantly get the signal from the rain sensor, and no calibration is required for this. and then it's maintenance free. You don't need to do any maintenance for this up to the 5 years, because the battery is capable of doing their work for the 5 years. Next one is wireless operations up to 800 feet, so you don't need to depend on the distance. 800 feet is pretty much 243 meter, so 0.25 kilometers almost. Next one is it is available in two models. So one is WR click, only rain click, and then rain freeze click. So two models is available in this wireless rain click model. So again, if you observe any temperature below the 3 degrees Celsius, then automatically it will stop the controller to do the automatic irrigation. So when the temperature rises above this temperature, the sensor will enable automatic water. Okay. Next is automatic synchronization. The wireless sensor transfer will send wireless signals every hour to the receiver. Okay, to ensure that the sensor and receiver control is synchronized. Okay. Then if the communication between receiver and transmitter has been lost, then automatically the red LED will light up. So which means it can indicate a low or dead battery. So how to connect the wire to the controller uh, terminals? Okay, fine. First of all, we need to connect the yellow wires to the AC, and then blue and white wire to the sensor portals if you are using Hunter X2 or X4, ProC, I3CC or ICC2 or I4. But for the Hunter ACC or ACC2, we need some different setup. We know that sensor terminals has a different arrangement for the ACC2 controller. So we need to connect the yellow wire to the 24 AC VAC AC output. So that one is we need to do that. Next one is sensor uh, operation. You need to connect this blue and white wire to the any one of the sensor terminals. Okay. Next, the orange is not used. This is only used for the normally open, uh, normally open range click sensor. Okay. So generally we are mostly using normally closed range click sensors. Next one is wiring the receiver to the HydraWise controllers. Okay, we have discussed the some of the controllers in the previous slide, but this is HydraWise, which is an advanced one. We need to use some different software for this. Okay, fine. So this is the arrangement of wiring for the HydraWise enabled controller. As usual, you need to connect the yellow wire to the AC portal, AC terminals, and then connect the blue wire to the sensor terminal, and then common wire to the another one to sensor terminal. You need to remove the actually it is the control is pre-installed with the jumper wires between the sensor terminals. So you need to remove that, and then you have to install this after removing the jumper wire. And then this is the for normally closed normally closed sensor. So this is the arrangement for normally closed sensor, and I'm just moving firstly just because of lack of time. And this is whenever we are using some controllers request normally open sensor for their operation. So we need to, as usual, we need to connect the yellow wires to the AC output, and then blue and white wire to the common, and blue wire to the common to the all variables. So just need to ensure this what kind of range sensor you are using, and this is the mounting of range sensors. For example, if you are installing this in wall, so you can directly install with this mount. Just screw this to the wall. So there is no that. You just ensure that it is installed vertically or not, because we have to install this vertically so that it will send the exact signal to the receiver, and also it will receive the enough amount of rain whenever the precipitation occurs. Next one is gunter mounting. So we need some different kind of setup for the gunter. So this is also available in the Hunter industries. So you can order according to your need. So the gunter industries acquire the different SGM. Or this is the setup for the SGM. You just need to install this with the transmitter. So and then install accordingly to the gunter. Next, mounting the transmitter, you need to you need to locate the proper site for the mounting the transmitter. The closer that we need to install this within the 800 feet of the transmitter. Sorry, yes, transmitter. Then mount the receiver and transmitter away from the source of electrical influence. These are the general things we need to consider whenever we are installing this wireless inflict sensor. Next one is the receiver operation. So We know we have discussed this in the parts that what red light, what green light, and what yellow light. So this we need to address this. And one more thing is bypassing the sensor. So sensor can be bypassed. Okay, whenever we need a manual button, we can bypass the sensor operation so that it will not object our uh, purpose of object our operations of manual button. Next, each transmitter is produced with a unique address. So, for example, after 5 years, if the transmitter has lost their battery, or if the power of the transmitter, if the battery of the transmitter has decreased, then we need to change the transmitter. Uh, so it has different address. Okay, so we must learn this address to the transmitter so that it will go together, both the transmitter and the radio rope together. Okay, fine. Next one is battery life. You know, it is capable of working up to 5 years. And as I said, if you want to check the status of the uh, operation of sensor, you just need to uh, press and hold the spindle at the top of the sensor. Within a few seconds, the LED light on the bottom of the sensor will briefly flash, okay, which means the transmitter is working properly. Release the spindle, the LED light will flash again. So LED light flashes, the battery is in the transmitter is good. Fine. So these are the things which I thought to told you, uh, tell you to you guys. So hope you have got some knowledge about how to use this. So again, it depends upon the client's requirement whether they need a wireless range sensor or wired range sensor. So thank you for joining today. If you have any doubts, please don't hesitate to ask me. So bye bye.